Some people would go, if it wasn't for the popcorn, what a waste of money that would have been.
Bring you the best films in Ireland. EclipseCinemas.com.
Now, time to join our man at the movies, Colin McFadden, live from Eclipse Cinemas in Bundoran. And a very good evening to you, Colin.
Good evening, Jamie. It's great to see you. I think we were, after last week being off, I was off all week from doing Wednesday. Off all week. Didn't know what day it was, so back in the routine. Maybe a minute ahead of schedule, because you caught me sipping me tea there, just as we came there. I know, just not professional. And we've a very different week this week. Last week we had Bob's Burgers, but mostly it was Top Gun. It was all about Top Gun.
We were dressed up with the sunglasses on, with the whole thing going on.
Wow. Yeah. How big a movie was it this week? Like, it really was. I suppose you could compare it to Bond, but Bond, we still had the limits in the cinema, so it was hard to know. And so many people walk in and they're just all kind of a wee bit cynical, kind of going, we'll see. I suppose I loved the first one. I'll go in and see this one, but I don't know. I'm walking out, beaming ear to ear, being all Kenny Loggins, That's it. If Kenny Loggins was flogging CDs in the front of the Eclipse Bundoran, he'd make a few pop. Everyone's coming out, going, down. Yeah, it's been great. It's great fun because it is so cinematic and such an experience. It's all Friday night, Saturday night popcorn and so on. So it's been great to have that buzz back again. It's been a long time. Spider-Man and Bond gave it a little bit, but even then there was lockdowns and stuff. This is the first really unleashed.
Massive movie.
It's been great.
I think it's broke all box office. It's something like 124 million in the first week.
Yeah, I don't get all that. I want to make that very clear.
Yeah,
as a matter of fact,
I
get very little of it. But if there was a Top Gun 3, I'd be up to negotiate. I will. I'll trap myself out for Tom if you want, if I get a slice of that. But this week we were very different now, and we already know that because we had a little chat offline, and that already by sending you this clip, I frightened you a little bit. We've got Jessie Buckley, the brilliant Irish actress and singer, in her new movie with her and Rory Kinnear and Rory Kinnear and Rory Kinnear. But we'll explain that afterwards. Here's the clip that scared Jamie quite so much.
Our movie Men is in cinemas now.
From the brilliant mind of Alex Garland, Men is a wild ride, and we hope you enjoy it.
See it exclusively on the big screen now.
Evening, ma'am. You heard about that business?
What business?
Intruder on the property.
It must have been awful for you.
It was, but they have him now, so.
Had him.
You released him. He was stalking me.
What makes you say that?
I saw him twice.
I don't know if he saw you once.
He tried to break into the house. Why are you doing this?
Well, if you see him again, give us a shout.
Is he joking? That's the question.
Yeah.
Well, clip. Goes down here after that.
Yeah, and what people won't have seen, what you could see there, or anybody watches the video afterwards will know that the couple of different characters we see all have the same face, different hair, different teeth, but it's the same actor, brilliant Rory Kinnear, who people probably know more from TV than anything else, although he's been in Bond movies, etc. And this is an odd story. And I was thinking a lot about this, Shamey, after I saw it. Again, at a totally inappropriate 8 a.m. in the morning, which is not the time to watch this movie. I was going to say, this is a bit odd and all that, and people mightn't be into it. And then I was thinking, what is the number one TV show this week anywhere in the world? It's Stranger Things, right? And one of the things about that was that came out during the first lockdown when people were willing to try stuff that they wouldn't usually. And there's loads of people who absolutely adore Stranger Things that, let's face it, if it wasn't for a lockdown, probably would have never come across it. They would have went, kids and sci-fi and stuff. I'm not into that at all. And I think there's a bit of truth about this. And I think on TV with Black Mirror and stuff like that, people are more willing to accept a bit weird because they go, okay, or with Lost, they go, okay, it didn't give me an answer this week, but I might get it next week. I'll give it more of a go. Now, this is one of those movies that I know I'm working on Saturday night, and I know I'll see people walking out going, yeah, man, that was really deep. Really like that. And the next couple behind them will go, what the heck was that? Like, what were we doing? What? Why? And you know what? In some ways, they're both right, because this is an odd, weird movie. First of all, the acting is amazing. Jessie Buckley is just so good at this. Like, we saw her in Doolittle as Queen Victoria, and now we see her in this dark movie about she's a woman whose husband has just died, and we know the circumstances are uncomfortable, if nothing else. And she goes to this village who seem to be populated by these people who appear friendly at first and keep on asking really awkward questions and are very unkind in their mannerisms while appearing to be very friendly and helpful. And obviously, we can see that it's the same actor, but she can't. You know, it's that sort of thing. And it's surreal and brilliant. And it's made by a guy called Alex Garland, who first cut his teeth writing with things like 28 Days Later and The Beach. But people might not have seen Ex Machina or Annihilation, which was on Netflix, again during lockdown, which is odd. And he doesn't feel the need to explain everything. And some people will love that because you take out of it what you bring in. And as I said, some people will go, if it wasn't for the popcorn, what a waste of money that would have been. So I think if you like to be challenged, it just looks gorgeous. But as I said, we cut off the bit at the end of the trailer. You watched the trailer beforehand, you're going, oh, God. Oh, don't know about that. Oh, there's just a bit in the tunnel where she's
give
singing.
me the chibi babies now.
Absolutely. And that is true, but it is not for everyone. It is very much a 16s, but people who like a bit of challenge, or as I said, people who've enjoyed stuff like the OA or even a bit of Stranger Things on TV might like this. And then when, you know, there's a bit of gore, it gets very gory, but you will walk out a bit confused. You will still be thinking about it 2 days later. I certainly am. And the music, the soundtrack, everything about it is really good. But it will challenge you. But I thought really good. And Jamie, I know I always repeat myself anyway, but one of my favorite things is when we've really proper choice in the cinema. So 2 weeks ago on Colleen Kuhn, beautiful Irish storytelling. Last week, Tom Cruise, Top Gun, mad, crazy, has just been seen in a big screen cinema. And this is the third type of cinema, you know, that's sort of challenging. What, two people watch the movie and have totally different opinions of it. All we need now is a good kids movie, which is about 2 weeks away, unfortunately. And we have the full Lightyear. Can't wait for it. Then we have the full set of what I like about the cinema, that there's choice, something for everyone. And this is even in one movie. But another great thing about it, as creepy as it is, hour and a half, Seamus. You know how much we love that. We love that.
You will watch anything with Jessie Buckley in it. You will.
You cannot take your eyes off her. She's magnetic. And a lot of it is just her reacting to things. You know, there's a lot of silence, but you know, some people can act with their face better than a lot of people, you know, that sort of American school of overacting. Like, she's so good. And she goes so Irish, so scary a couple of times in it. It's very good. Again, come here. Some people won't like it, but very interesting.
I have you on now. Is there a little bit of action at the cinema? There's things happening. I thought I seen a photo of something happening. What's going on?
Now, it's not like me to be coy, as you know, Jamie, but one is sworn to secrecy, but your spies have been out, I know. Let's just say there will be some big, hot announcements and some very comfy declarations in the future. There's the Eclipse Cinema Bundoran is 21 years old this year, and, you know, like a lot of people, after a few years, get a bit of a facelift. Unfortunately, they decided to do the cinema rather than you and me, Shamey. But I suppose we can put the filters on the Zoom call next time. That's our equivalent of. So I will be in a lot of trouble and may not get the snacks I'm planning on if I reveal all. But there is something going on, Shamey, and we will definitely come on. Maybe even we could get you down for a show. Maybe.
I think that might be a fantastic idea. We'll work on that. Tell me, what have you got, Mr. Monday?
Well, this was a really good one. I think we're kind of selective about Mr. Mondays for bank holidays as well, because, you know, you're there, it's bank holidays, but it's on the Monday and you're kind of going, yeah, it's over. Yeah, back to work, back to school, all that sort of stuff. So we've got the joyous fun fest that was Sandra Bullock and Channing Tatum in The Lost City. As you might remember, I really enjoyed this one, as did everyone else. It's a real smile on your face movie. Again, something we hadn't had in a while. People who loved, Romancing the Stone, like it was out when I was younger. It has all the charm of that. But with Sandra Bullock bringing her, like, Miss Congeniality best, she is just so watchable, so funny. And as well, because she's the producer, another movie you'd watch and go, what's she doing in high heels and a spangly dress in the jungle? That makes no sense. But she thought it would be funny. Nobody's forcing her to do it. Channing Tatum as well, because he's good looking and he can dance. It's very easy to underestimate what a good actor and how hard it is to be that funny and dumb. It's really clever. Throw in Brad Pitt, Daniel Radcliffe. I really enjoy this. It's a good, big, silly blockbuster. Like, it is nonsense, but it's fun nonsense that knows it's nonsense. I really enjoyed it. And I think that's a great choice for a Monday, Bank Holiday Monday, for just a $5, Shamey.
At the $5. There you go. That's you sorted out for your Bank Holiday Monday. Look, have a great Bank Holiday weekend. Enjoy yourself. And I know you're probably heading up to the Rory Gallagher Festival.
Yeah, you got to go and pay tribute to the big man from Ballyshannon.
All right, that's Collie on movies up there in Eclipse Cinemas in Bundoran. We'll be back here next Thursday talking movies. Thanks, Collie.
Bye.